So back in 2020, I get a phone number or a text message from a phone number that I don't recognize. And it's a photo of like a Fredericks of Hollywood stock photo with some trashy lingerie. And the message says, hey, can I bring this up to you to wear this weekend? So I send a text back and I'm like, thank you so much. That is not really my style. Also, I think you have the wrong number. And I sent him like the website to La Perla or something. And I was like, you might want to choose something from this instead. And so he obviously is mortified and is like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. It's not, it's not a big deal. Honest mistake. I go on with my life. So a few months later, I get another text message from a wrong number. And this time it is a very graphic invitation for me to come sit somewhere that is not a chair.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, thank you for the very thoughtful invitation, but I think you have the wrong number. Also, you might want to lead with something a little bit softer because, like all girls deserve to be wooed and that sort of thing. And he's like, oh my God, I am so embarrassed. This is the worst thing that's ever happened to me. And I'm like, what a charmed life you lead if this is the worst thing that has ever happened to you. So he texts me back the next day and he's like, I seriously cannot stop thinking about this. I am so very sorry. Which to his credit, I mean, like, it's nice that he didn't want, to send something like that to a complete stranger. But I was like, listen, it's really okay. Also, stop texting me. So 6 months later, you guessed it, I get another text message. And she is trying to set me up with some guy that she used to hook up with. And I'm like, I am certain you have the wrong phone number because I live with my boyfriend. Also, are you okay? Because that's kind of strange, right? To hook somebody up with somebody you used to hook up with. And so she starts telling me the story. I go into big sister mode and I'm trying to coach her and say, listen, you don't have to do this for a person. Somebody should be doing this for you instead. And then we just keep chatting. We keep texting for a year and it's just checking in. Hey, how are you doing? If she has a crisis, she'll text me just for some impartial advice. And it's just kind of this wonderful, low expectation friendship, I guess.
Okay.
And it just is kind of lovely and we just keep texting.
Okay.
So fast forward to February of this year, I get a phone number that I don't recognize and it says, hey, I know you may not remember me, but I just want you to know I'm sending good vibes your way or good energy your way. And I'm like, oh, that's so nice. I need good energy and vibes right now, but also I do not know who this is. He's like, well, I sent you a text message about 18 months ago asking you to come sit somewhere that is not a chair. So I'm like, oh my God. And I start laughing and I'm like, oh, this is so crazy. And so I start telling him about my other stranger friend who we've been talking for an entire year. And I tell him that I've told her this story and he's like, oh my God, that's just horrifying. I'm like, no, she totally appreciated it and thought that it was a very thoughtful text message. So anyway, a couple of days later, I tell my girl stranger friend, I'm like, listen, you two have the same energy. I don't know what it is. I was like, I don't know anything about this guy. I don't know what he looks like. I don't know how old he is. I don't know what he does. I know nothing. But here is his phone number. And she's like, oh my God, I could never. I'm like, you don't have to. It doesn't matter. You have his phone number. He doesn't know that you have his phone number. Do with it what you will. So a week goes by and I get a text message from her and she's like, guess who had a few cocktails over the weekend and may or may not have text your stranger friend? I'm like, no. So, how did it go? She's like, he's so nice. And I'm like, okay, but do you know anything about him? She's like, well, we sent video messages to each other. So she was like, he's cute. He's not exactly my type, but he's nice. And he's just got this effervescent energy about him. I was like, I know, so do you. So they keep texting. And I'm expecting for this to fade out at any day, but months they keep texting and it just keeps building and building and they're checking in with me and we've got this wonderful low expectation friendship and it's very entertaining for me. So of course I'm encouraging it. But end of May, I get a text message from her and she's like, guess who just bought a plane ticket? And I was like, excuse me? She's like, yes, I am going to go see him. So as the day approaches for her to go out there, I make them both to commit to not offing one another and us all being involved in this like awful Dateline episode. So she flies out there. They immediately hit it off. Now they are checking in with me periodically for proof of life. But they have this amazing time together. They spend one entire week together and it's like life altering. She comes back home. They both like go through this like down period because it was such a high. And I still am thinking this is going to fade into the background at any moment. So now we're in November now. And like 2 weeks ago, I get a text message from him and he's like, I am going to fly to go see her for the holidays. So yeah, he is flying out to see her. It has now been 7 months that they are like, I guess, a thing. And all of this because I just told a guy he had a wrong number and I was, I guess, nice to him and didn't judge him. And I did the same thing to this other girl. And now I have these two stranger friends that are on opposite sides of the country and I just have these wonderful anonymous friendships. And isn't that the craziest thing that you have ever heard?
Girl, I thought you were going to say that, like, you had a call girl's old number. I did not expect this to go in this direction. I, did not expect that ending.
Well, now I have, along with 17.3 million people. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just search Kelly Kim Joanna Lee drama. I'll give you a super short recap. Kelly over here made a get ready with me video talking about how she ghosted a friend and dropped her completely because her girlfriend Joanna over here at the time was doing the most annoying revolving her boyfriend. One of which was that this girl borrowed her man's hoodie and would not return it and wear it around town taking selfies everywhere. Another was that Joanna got a sandwich for her man only to thank Kelly's man for help mounting the TV because the man mentioned one time how he liked this one sandwich shop. Joanna was never named in that video that Kelly made, but Joanna took it upon herself to make a response video IDing herself as the said girl, and her response was, I just really like the hoodie. It was like the cutest hoodie ever. Kelly was like, this was the hoodie, y'all. A basic Nike hoodie. And now we're here because people on Twitter were like, that's a really basic hoodie, so let me look at your man. And this is what they found. Oh, Joanna. You really said, I just really like the hoodie, that's all. The Twitter comments are killing me right now. Maybe tomorrow morning. Oh, well, this changes everything. I don't blame her no more. Can you mount my TV too?
Never in my life has Karma worked as quickly on my behalf as she worked last night. Let me tell you the tale. I was hosting an event in West Plano, Texas. You ever heard of it? Yeah, didn't think so. My career's going well. 45 minutes outside of Dallas. I pull up. It's at a theater. I go inside. I'm hosting. I'm opening the show. Bada bing, bada boom. I'm Teresa Rowley. This is what you can expect. A couple jokes. They gave me a podium. I felt like Madam President. It was great. I didn't have to stay in the event during the runtime, so I leave the venue. I go get dinner. I come back to the event. I'm waiting. I'm still killing time. I'm sitting in my car. It's dark. I turn my car off because I love the earth. When all of a sudden a minivan whips out of nowhere into the space next to me, very close to my car. You want to know how close it was to my car? I'll tell you. Two girls jump out of it. Pop, pop, pop the side of my car with their doors. What do? They laugh. Oh, camaraderie over being pieces of... Isn't that great? Oh, we just hit this girl's car. They didn't see me sitting inside. Like I said, it was dark. I'm sitting there. I'm seething. I'm an Aries. I'm angry. Pretty much all the time. I think, what do I do in this scenario? I get out. I look at my car. Little scratches. Oh. Huh. I think, should I open my own car? Knock her minivan? No. That would hurt my car. Also, I don't really want to do that. I get back in my car. I think, what to do? When all of a sudden, a proverbial light comes on, and I look over at her car. Guess who left her actual lights on? Oh, little Miss Priss herself. Oh, tough. That minivan was lit up like a Christmas tree. Guess what movie I heard them chatting about as they scurried along? Oppenheimer. Oh, guess how long Oppenheimer is?
Long.
180 minutes and 9 seconds.
Long.
I looked it up. 3 hours in layman's terms. Sounds like just about long enough for a minivan to die.
You didn't have to do a thing. You did not have to do a goddamn thing. Karma is real. This is proof.